Last year, I made a division prediction video for every division in the NFL. Some of my divisions were pretty spot on. I got perfect, predictions for the AFC North, a couple other ones. But, some of these divisions this year are going to look so different that it's going to be pretty difficult to even get close to getting any of these right. Like the NFC North, like the Bears, they're a wild card. Maybe they win it, maybe they don't. And along with, the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't want to play there anymore. What if the Packers win like 6 games next year? You know what I mean? So like all these teams are going to look so much different next season. And one of those divisions is the AFC East. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So maybe this division stays the same, maybe it changes. But I got a really good belief this division is going to change a lot. Last year, the Bills came in first place. I think they might repeat, maybe they won't. The Dolphins came in second, in front of the Patriots at third, and the Jets had the second worst record in the NFL and came in last place. So if you were to predict that the Dolphins were going to have a better record than the Patriots at the beginning of that year, I don't think anybody would have believed you, which is why I said in the beginning, some of these divisions are going to look so different. I don't even know if I could get them all right. I think this division is very unique because I think any team in this league within the next 5 years has the opportunity to win it. The Bills, they're going to look bright for the next probably 10 seasons. The Patriots, they have a good coach, and they picked up a lot of free agents this offseason. Wouldn't be surprised if they were competing for first place. Dolphins, they showed a lot of promise. I don't know if Tua is the future, but we'll see. And most importantly, the Jets. Like I said, all-time low. You can only go up from, rock bottom. They got a defensive coordinator from 49ers as their head coach, Robert. And I expect him to turn this team around. They got Zach Wilson and an offensive lineman in the draft to protect him. I don't expect the Jets to be that good, which is why I'm going to put them at 4th place in this division. I expect this team to come in last place. I think the other remaining teams in this division are just better. But at the same time, this team shows a lot of promise, and I would not be surprised if you see the Jets in the playoffs within the next 5 seasons. But I do expect the Jets to win a lot more games than they did last season. I honestly expect this division just to be very competitive. So, they had two wins last season, I think 2-14. I expect them to win at least 5 to 6 games. 2 seasons ago, they went 7-9 with Sam Darnold. It's not out of the question. It's possible. But like I said, their division is very competitive this season, which is why I'm going to put them at 4th, with 5 to 6 wins probably. Now, 3rd place, this is going to be the most debated spot along with 2. Honestly, if you were going to ask me who's going to win this division, I think you're going to know what I'm going to say. I think a lot of you know who's going to win this division next season, which is why I think 2 and 3, the remaining teams, they're going to be battling for these spots, maybe a potential wild card spot in the playoffs. So it's either, in my opinion, the Patriots or the Dolphins. I expect the Bills to be the clear favorites to win this division, but it's either the Patriots or the Dolphins at 3-2. Patriots went 7-9 last year. Dolphins went 10-6. Why? It was because the Patriots' offense was basically nothing. Defense wasn't even that good. Dolphins' defense was much improved from the previous season. And honestly, only reason why Dolphins went 10-6, Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he's gone. He's gone. I don't think Tua is hype. They won a lot of games with him, but it was because of their defense. But when they needed offense, Ryan Fitzpatrick won them games, like against the Las Vegas Raiders, Week 16. Which is why I'm putting the Miami Dolphins at 3rd place in this division. I expect them to actually have a decline next season. They were 10-6, pretty solid, almost made the playoffs, but the AFC was just so competitive they couldn't make it. But I do expect a decline. They did draft a wide receiver with their 6th pick to complement the offense. But, I just don't believe Tua is up to the hype. I think he was overrated before they draft him. And Rookie seasons, you can't really judge a QB off of that. Maybe he has a better season, and I just don't think it's going to happen. But I expect Dolphins to be good in the future. It's not that good this season. It's just like, the Bills with Josh Allen, second season, was a much improved second season compared to his first. Wasn't the best team in the league. Basically carried by their defense. And then year 3, Josh Allen absolutely lighting it up. Tua might be a repeat of that. Maybe not. Which is why I have them at third place. Obviously, that means I'm going to put the Patriots at 2. Why? Not because of Cam Newton or Mac Jones. It's because of their free agent signings. Jonnu Smith, Nelson Aguilar. They signed a lot of offensive talent during the offseason. I expect it to boost that horrible offense from last season. Cam Newton's passing touchdowns, the numbers were just so pathetic. It was honestly embarrassing. So they obviously needed that, and they got it. I expect the Patriots to push towards the playoffs and come in second place in the AFC East. If you remember, the Patriots defense 2 seasons ago was very good. It was probably top 3 in the league. It was number 1 in fantasy football. It had so many turnovers and pick sixes. Stephon Gilmore was Defensive Player of the Year. Haven't really lost that many players from their defense, and it didn't look that good last season. I expect this team to be better, even if I wish they don't, which I don't, because I hate the Patriots, and so should you. There's basically no more Patriots fans even left, because you already know, they all migrated down south to Tampa Bay. They're all bandwagons, there's no doubting that. Tampa Bay is basically New England reincarnated, and you already know. No more Patriots bandwagons, they're all Tampa Bay bandwagons. But maybe they return after Tom Brady retires and Mac Jones leads his team to a playoff. But I do expect Cam Newton to be the starter for this team. Mac Jones might not even play a single game. We'll see. Still expect this team to be second place. So that leaves the Bills at number 1. Obviously, this team was very great last year. Their defense got better and better and better. It was pretty down compared to the previous season, but it got better and better and better. Josh Allen absolutely lighting it up with Stephon Diggs. They were hoping for a running back in the draft, didn't get it, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne were gone before. But we'll see what happens. I expect this Bills team to make the playoffs, get first seed in their division, not in the AFC, but in their division. I won't be surprised if this team, went to the Super Bowl, but you already know the Chiefs are basically AFC champion favorites for the next 10 straight years. It'll only be a matter of time before someone like the Bills beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. So those are my AFC East predictions. I think it's pretty good. Pretty strong feeling that this is going to happen next season. I'm starting with this division as my first prediction. Why? Because I think it's the most unique division. It's going to be the most improved division overall, maybe besides the Dolphins. I think it's a good one to start with. A lot of the divisions in this league are just going to look so chaotic, and then some of them are just so straightforward that I think it is good to start with the AFC East. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe. Subscribe, please. Adios.